Welcome into Raiders franchise. We are in the home stretch of the season. We have to face one of the better defenses that we would have had to tackle all year, as we are the exact same true overall as the Texans, although they give them the edge because their defense is 2 points higher than our best stat, which is our offense. Our offense and defenses apparently look like they stack up fairly well against each other. Now, we do know that Taysom Hill still is our starting quarterback. This receiver room with OBJ, Michael Mayer, Alexander Lauderdale, and Jack Betch has been dynamic. Taysom Hill did just enough to get us the victory last week. Our defense showed out against the Titans, holding them to only 21 points and getting a pick six. Looking at the playoff schedule, we are currently the 2 seed, and we would almost have home field advantage all the way through. We do have to worry about the Cowboys next week, who are also a playoff team. Rams, who we have their first round pick because we traded out of the number 1 overall spot. They drafted Geoff Finley at quarterback. If the Rams can drop out of the playoff picture, that would be significantly better for our first round pick. Going into weekly strategy, we're going to have to try and stop Joe Mixon as the main running back, as we're going to do splits across the board. We still also have to worry about Tank Dell and Nico Collins as their wide receiver 1 and 2s, which is going to be one of the harder wide receiver duos to stop. A true number 1 and then a shifty slot DB, as we're going to try and get 1 interception, win the turnover battle, 300 or more yards of offense, and hold them to 24 points. Basically, nothing has changed. We're going to try and go out there and get a huge win over the Texans. Before we get started, 3 of our cornerstone players have upgrades. Our true wide receiver 1, Jack Betch, we're going to get him up to a true 84 overall. He goes up 2 attributes with this playmaker upgrade, playing up to an 85 overall. That is huge for our wide receiver 1. Alexander Lauderdale is no slouch of his own. We will give him another upgrade, making him a 79 overall. I'm going on +1 with morale. Just at 6'5", and then you see this speed and athleticism. Just a truly, truly generational talent that we got with Alexander Lauderdale. And then the linebacker, Andy Carter, who's not gotten a whole lot of playing time, only been used in short spurts. He's now got an ability slot for the first time. We will give him extra pop. But he is now up to a true 75 overall. And we are about to hop in to this football game. A New Year's Day game where Jack Betch, our wide receiver 1, is 30 yards away from eclipsing the 1,000-yard mark for the second time in his very short career. We'll be facing another short careerman in C.J. Stroud, the former Ohio State standout, is going to be trying to solve some woes. He lost a huge game on New Year's. The kick, or the ball, dropped not in between the uprights on New Year's. Now, a couple years removed from that incident against Georgia, he will try and face what is really a lot of Georgia's players on our defense. Not there when he was, per se, but some Georgia Bulldogs are going to be coming after him when we start off this game. Kicking it off to C.J. Stroud's offense. A.J. Cole's kick is up and away. It will be returnable for number 13. He's going to return it from about the 5, and he will be brought down by number 37, Taylor. Now coming out is C.J. Stroud with his buddies Joe Mixon and Collins. Looking at his stats on the year, Less yards than our injured quarterback, Mike Davis, but a better touchdown interception ratio. First play of the drive about to commence, and first play of the game. 1st and 10 from the 28. It's an RPO pass to Nico Collins, and we're now going to take a look at this Texans offense. CJ Stroud is the starting quarterback for your Houston Texans. He's a 91 overall. Their running back is 90 overall, Joe Mixon. Former starting running back, Dameon Pierce, was very good before an injury in, I believe, 2023. He was very good as a rookie. Their fullback is British Brooks. That's a fun name. Wide receiver 1 for them is going to be Tank Dell. Nico Collins, the Michigan man, is their wide receiver 2. He's their highest overall receiver. Christian Kirk, the new Texan, is an 80 overall wide receiver 3. Former Alabama wide receiver John Mechie struggled with staying healthy and battling cancer in the National Football League. And then Jalen Knoll and Jaden Higgins from the same school, drafted together, not expected to see playing time, as Jalen Knoll's a third stringer and Jaden Higgins is a special teamer. Tight end is Cowboys legend Dalton Schultz, rookie Gary Cannon, and then another Ohio State legend now, in Cade Stover. Left tackle is a generated player, Arasante Ezere. Their left guard is Titus Howard. Center is Jarrett Patterson. Right guard is Juice Scruggs, powerful name. And right tackle is Trent Brown. Now for 2nd and 3 from the 35-yard line. Coming in motion is Tank Dell. It's going to be a give up the middle. And we're going to be able to bring Joe Mixon down, possibly just shy of the first down. And as we look on at some of the injuries we've had on the season, we're going to really need maybe a bye week for everybody to get healthy. And we're going to bring Joe Mixon down after a loss of a couple inches. Nolan Smith in on that tackle for loss. And they're going to be forced to punt it away. Looks like it's Tommy Townsend to send this one away. KAVONTE Turpin, our electric return man, is going to make a man miss, and there's an illegal block in the back on the play. Yep. It was Darren Porter pushed I believe it was 37 in the back. And now we're going to have to start from the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Getting it out to Lauderdale on the RPO. Lauderdale only going to get 3 yards before Stingley brings him down, the former top pick. Going to be looking here on an option run. We're going to keep it with Taysom Hill, and he's going to get a yard loss. I thought I handed that off, but I guess not. Must have not hit the button. It's now 3rd and 8. We're going to go out to OBJ on the quick turnaround route, and he's got us the first down. OBJ has been huge for us since rejoining our squad in free agency just a few weeks ago. Ashton Genty in the backfield. It's going to be a give to Genty. His first carry of the day is going to be a gain of 2. He had 33 carries for 116 yards. I'm pretty sure at 15 carries he also had like 103. So those last couple carries were not his greatest, unless I'm thinking of another game. It's been a couple days since I've recorded Raiders franchise. I've been fairly sick with a stomach bug, as Genty's going to not even turn around and catch the ball. But I've been sick with a bit of a stomach bug, so sitting down for a long recording session, as you can imagine, is a little bit of a scary thought. As we're going to be under pressure instantly. Taysom Hill trying to roll out. We'll be able to get the ball off before being sacked. And we're going to have to punt it from deep in our own territory. A.J. Cole sending this punt away. It's going to get inside the 30-yard line before it's fair caught. Actually, it'll be from the 31. It was Jalen Knoll who fair caught it. And it's going to be Joe Mixon, the second leading rusher in the NFL, or the fourth leading rusher in the NFL, coming out. Max Crosby is in the zone. 1st and 10 now. I'm going to bump the tight end. C.J. Stroud taking off, and he's brought down by Max Crosby. It's a loss of 11. We're going to send a heavy blitz now. A lot of down linemen, and they're all coming after the quarterback. Coming in motion is the wide receiver, and Joe Mixon's going to get the give, and Christian Wilkins is going to make a tackle right at the line of scrimmage again. It's now going to be 3rd and a while to go. We're going to give a little bit of cushion. Following the tight end, it's a check down to Dalton Schultz. On the tackle is Michael Walls. It's a gain of 6, and it's going to be 2 punts now for this Texans offense to start this game. KAVONTE Turpin to return this kick. He will fair catch it at the 32-yard line. And now we're going to go back to work. Taysom Hill trying to lead this squad to a touchdown score. 1st and 10 now from the 32. Genty coming in motion. It's going to be a quick give to OBJ over the middle. OBJ's got 2 catches for 21 yards so far on the day. So we're going to look to run a lot of read option runs with Taysom Hill. We're going to try and hopefully be a little more effective with them, as we haven't been that great with it early on in the year. Genty's going to get a nice hole up the middle for a nice 1st down run. Gain of a couple. We're going to come out, try and run another read option. We're keeping an eye on that corner. We're going to give it to Genty up the middle again. He's got himself a gain of 7 on the run. We're going to try a little pitch crack toss, or not, because they're very much spread out wide. We're going to try and run it up the middle. Genty is going to get a little bit of a hole and kind of roll forward for the 1st down. We're going to be giving it up the middle to Genty here. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. The give up the middle. A nice block by Lauderdale. And Genty gets another gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5. They're going to give it to Genty, who's going to get a loss of 3 on the play. Not a good job of trying to follow blockers. It's going to be 3rd and 8. We're going to go a screen pass to Genty, who catches it, and he's going to not be able to get the 1st down. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. And we're going to try and run for it here on a read option. To give to Genty up the middle. He's got it. 1st down at the 32-yard line. Time is ticking off the clock here. A lot of time coming off. 1st and 10 from the 32. It's a play-action pass. We're going to throw it up to the corner of the end zone for OBJ. He cannot make the play. Derek Stingley in coverage on that one. Two seconds left here in the 1st quarter. We're going to be looking over the middle. We're going to be hit as we try and throw. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for when we come back after this short break, and we flip sides at the end of the 1st. Coming out in a quick pass set, 2 tight ends in on the formation, 2 receivers out wide. We're going to be going quickly to Austin Hooper over the middle, who's got the 1st down. 5 first downs for this Raiders offense. We're going to try some major spacing, although this doesn't look like much spacing. 1st and 10, looking over the middle, going to Jack Betch, who's got the catch on the run. The quick slant gets us down to the 5-yard line. We're going to try and run it First and goal from the 5. OBJ coming in motion. Kind of a weird motion. It's a trap run, and Genty is going to get trapped in the backfield. It's a loss of 1. I'm going to try a jet sweep here. It's going to be Jack Betch coming on the sweep. Jack Betch coming around, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Nobody blocked. Number 39. Trying to get creative with our play calls here. Very much not worked early. It's 3rd and goal from the 9. I'm just going to give it to Genty up the middle, who's got a crease. Ashton Genty's into the end zone. Ashton Genty with another rushing touchdown on what has been an amazing sophomore season. A.J. Cole to boot this one back to the Texans. Texans season is mostly all but over as it's returned to the 25-yard line. Them being 6-9 in this strong AFC has all but ended a chance at a playoff berth as it's 1st and 10, sending a heavy pressure as it's going to be a quick check down to Dalton Schultz, and he's unable to hold on. When Michael Walls hits you, you feel it. Michael Walls, one of the better young safeties in the National Football League. A true one-of-one player for us this year. As it's 2nd and 10. Looking to try and cover over the middle. And it's going to be swatted away by Porter. Trying to get it out to, I believe, Christian Kirk. And Porter played that beautifully. 3rd and 10. We will pass commit. As it's going up the seam to Dalton Schultz. That zone coverage, I did exactly what the route told me to do. I was supposed to come down and cover that spot. Just a safety did not take over the middle. He kind of just got stuck there. As on 1st and 10 from the 27, it will be a run play. And we're going to be able to make the tackle with Michael Walls after a gain of 6 by Joe Mixon. Julian Love is going to be the deep safety on this play. Michael Walls coming after the quarterback. It's going to be a run play, and Trent Simpson's going to body him after a gain of 1. Trent Simpson has really, truly been a huge difference maker for us. 3rd and 3 and audible coming here from C.J. Stroud. As it's going to be a give up the middle. Joe Mixon is going to get the first down. Down to the 14-yard line. The backfield is empty. We will pass commit on 1st and 10. Trying to protect over the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. Tried switching on to Porter to try and swat it away. It did not allow me to, and Tank Dell is into the end zone with a touchdown. Starting our 3rd drive of the day as it's tied up 7 apiece. It will be returnable for KAVONTE Turpin. His first return try of the game, and KAVONTE Turpin with space to roam. KAVONTE Turpin trying to outrun bodies, and he's got himself a kick return touchdown. KAVONTE Turpin. There we go. KAVONTE Turpin. That's why we brought you into Las Vegas. A huge kick return touchdown for one of the fastest men in the NFL. Running away from the whole Texans 11 unit. KAVONTE Turpin with his first touchdown of the season. A quick instant answer by our special teams unit. A.J. Cole to send this one away after the kick return touchdown. It's going to be returnable for number 13, and he's going to get out to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. C.J. Stroud is going to hand the ball off, and we're going to meet Joe Mixon in the backfield. Max Crosby gets another tackle for loss in what has been an insane season for him. We're going to be sending a heavy blitz here on 2nd and 11. As I'm surprised I did not get called offsides, as Tank Dell makes an insane catch, and he's got a monster gain to the 37. Almost got an interception on the play, and he's just going to be able to moss our DB and keep on running. We were lucky to be able to bring him down as Joe Mixon's going to get a nice gain. It's a gain of 10. Nice blocking there by the middle of that offensive line. 1st and 10 now from the 27-yard line. It's going to be another run play trying to get out there. It'll be Trent Simpson, who initially makes a big hit. We'll drag him down at the line of scrimmage again. And we're going to be sending pressure through this A-gap. 5 down linemen. And then Trent Simpson coming. Getting after the quarterback is Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith Jr. again with another huge sack to extend to his team lead. It's 3rd and 16 now from the 33-yard line. Looking out over the middle. C.J. Stroud going to try and take off. And he's going to be hawked down by Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis giving him a little bit of the Dikembe Mutombo finger wave as we have hit the 2-minute warning. The kick here from Kaimi Fairbairn. It's going to be a long field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is perfect. Kaimi to send this back off to your Raiders as they will not try and challenge KAVONTE Turpin. It's going to be returnable for Green, who's going to get it out to the 34-yard line. Ashton Genty leading the way for all rushers in terms of rushing yards. Their kicker is Kaimi Fairbairn. Their punter is Tommy Townsend. Their kick returners are Jalen Knoll and Christian Kirk. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. It's going to be a screen pass out to Ashton Genty, who's going to be hawked down after a gain of only 2. We're going to try and run back up to the line of scrimmage. A lot of time ticked off on that play. We're going to snap it as Jack Betch runs right by a man. Jack Betch comes down with the catch, but they're going to say he was out of bounds. Just looked at the replay, and it's going to be a booth review, and this is going to be a massive play for Jack Betch, getting us all the way to the 20-yard line. Jack Betch with that catch will now go way over the 1,000-yard mark. He only needed 30 yards on the day to get there. As we're going to throw it up to OBJ. Hit as we throw. It will land incomplete. We're going to try another screen pass. Trying to not take as many deep shots with Taysom Hill, as the screen pass is going to get us out to the 11-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now. We have a lot of plays, and they're mostly the same. From the 11-yard line, there's no need to try a deep pass. 3rd and 1. We're going to be trying to hit OBJ. Where are you going, OBJ? It's picked off in the backfield. He stops his route. His route is supposed to be going to the corner of the end zone, and he's going to be wide open. Instead, he just sits down in the middle of the end zone. As we're going to give a huge gift to this Texans offense. 1st and 10, we're sending heavy pressure, and bringing him down with his safety is Nolan Smith. Ball don't lie, we're getting the ball back. Kaimi Fairbairn to send this one away. It will be returnable for Green. We're going to get a nice block, and Green gets to the 33-yard line. And here comes Taysom Hill back onto the field. We're going to put Genty on a quick slant. And we're going to throw it up one more time to Jack Betch, who comes down with a monster grab as he's forced out of bounds at the 15. Jack Betch, 109 receiving yards on the day. Just in the first half. There's 39 more seconds to go. 1st and 10, 3 tight end formation here. From the 15, we still have all 3 of our timeouts. We're going to get this out to Ortega. Ortega with the catch. Ortega's into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the season. It will be 23-10 pending the extra point, which is good. A.J. Cole sending this one away. It will be returnable for Christian Kirk. starting at the 5-yard line. He will get out to the 27. 28 seconds remain. As we're going to play some zone coverage and try and get back deep. 3 timeouts. We will give cushion with our DBs, as they're going to be going out to Tank Dell, who's got a monster catch to about midfield. Tank Dell is having a monster first half. We will pass commit and try and give cushion. I don't want to get absolutely cooked on a route. Looking over the middle, it's a check down to number 16. Unsure of who that is. That might be the second tight end, Cameron. As they used their first timeout, we're going to pass commit on the play. Trent Simpson's going to be used for pressure, and it's going to be somehow caught by Christian Kirk, throwing it into a just surround of bodies, and they're going to get it to the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 6. 1 timeout remaining. Trying to send pressure over the middle. It's caught by Nico Collins. And that's a huge touchdown. Currently a 6-point game right before half. There's 9 seconds left, as this will be sent way out of the backfield. We are just going to hand it off to Ashton Genty. Try to run it up the middle. If we get anything monstrous, then fine. As Ashton Genty will go into half with 10 carries for 40 yards. We will be up 6 when we come back out of halftime. Coming out of halftime, Kaimi Fairbairn to kick this one off. It will be returnable for Green from about the 3-yard line as he gets a decent block from KAVONTE Turpin on Shed Long. First and 10. We're going to go to a play-action pass. Ashton Genty gets the fake give. We're trying to gun it into Lauderdale, who is unable to make the catch. Good coverage there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'm assuming that was C.J. Gardner-Johnson just because of how long the last name was on the back of the jersey. So we're going to give it to Genty up the middle. Genty with the first down and more. A 12-yard gain for Genty. First and 10. Give up the middle to Genty, and he's going nowhere. At a loss of 1, actually. We're going to try and space it out here on a screen pass out to Genty. Going out to Genty, and he will be brought down by a defensive tackle instantly. It's the rookie Long. Slightly scared to try and throw it down the field. But I don't see many alternatives as we're going to try and gun it in to OBJ, and it's picked off. Trying to throw it up and to the right of OBJ. Instead, it's thrown short and to the left of him, and it's going to be picked off by a sitting linebacker. Jed Wills is now hurt, and we just give the Texans great field position to start this drive. First and 10 to give up the middle. Joe Mixon with a nice run. It's a gain of 10, maybe 11 on the play. First and 10 inside the green zone. We're going to try and stop the run. Trent Simpson unable to originally make the tackle. Julian Love will finally bring him down, as we're going to have Jed Wills sit out for probably the first couple plays of next drive. Second and 1. Going to be a pass play. Quickly out to Nico Collins. Sante Samuel pushes him out of bounds just before the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 from the 12. As we're going to be sending heavy pressure on this play. Nico Collins, it's going to be Dalton Schultz that comes wide open for a touchdown. And the Texans, with this extra point, will take a 1-point lead. Kaimi Fairbairn to send it away. We currently trail by 1, as they don't want to give it to KAVONTE Turpin at all. Green's going to get a nice return about to the 35-yard line. And Taysom Hill, he's thrown 2 interceptions on the day. Not a great game for Taysom Hill. The 2 interceptions have been huge. That one, the last one there by Fuller. Actually, I believe, no, C.J. Gardner-Johnson did have the other one. As Taysom Hill trying to come back and rebound from a 2-interception game. We're going to try a play-action pass. 1st and 10. The fake give to Genty. We're going to target Genty out of the backfield. He's going to be able to get a gain of 8. 5 catches on the day for 26 yards. Not a great yards per catch average there for Genty. As it's 2nd and 2. We're going to check it down to Genty again. He's just barely not going to have the first down. As we're going to send Genty just on an out. A lot of bodies close to this play. We're going to go out to Genty again just because he's close. And also, if you remember, we have a mission goal on the season to try and get him to 3 catches per game on average for the whole season. And let's just say he started nowhere near that number early on. As Michael Mayer caught a bunch of balls early for us on the year, and since then he has not been as good of catching those hard hit balls. As Genty's going to get a nice give up the middle. He'll be dragged down after a 6-yard gain. We're going to come out in a 3 tight end formation. Going to be looking at Austin Hooper over the middle, possibly, or we're going to try and roll out with Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill with a lot of yards to go. He will dive forward to the 25. A nice run by Taysom Hill. As I'm going to now try and send Ortega in motion. He's going to come over to this side. He's going to go on a streak as we're going to get a delay of game. Did not realize we were still going quickly on offense. So that is my bad. It's going to be first. Only going to move us back 5 yards to the 30. So no massive deal. Still going to send Ortega on the route that I originally wanted. As Ortega, we're going to try and hit him over the middle. Ortega! He's going to make sure he breaks up the interception. Kaimi Lassiter almost got there. Trying to go for it all on that play. 2nd and 15. Going to hit OBJ quickly. And it's almost taken away by Kaimi Lassiter there again. It's from the 30-yard line. We'll try and just get anything here. 3rd and 15. We're going to try and take off up the middle with Taysom Hill. And instead he'll be brought down for a loss. We're going to try and kick a field goal to try and take the lead. Daniel Carlson from 50. The kick is up, and it's good. We take a 2-point lead. A.J. Cole to send this one away. Kicking it off to the left. Or sorry, to the right of them, but to the left of us. Noel will get it out to the 29-yard line as we have a 2-point lead. C.J. Stroud has just fitted some tight balls in to his pass catchers. He's been very good in the first half of this game. We'll come out in a zone play to start us off. 1st and 10 from the 29. As it's going to be zipped in to Christian Kirk. He's got to catch over the middle for the first down. We're going to try and send heavy pressure here against C.J. Stroud. 1st and 10. Audibling to something. As Trent Simpson, unable to break through the line initially. It will be Nolan Smith who gets the tackle. It's a 2-yard gain only. I wanted to try and jump through that line. Try and get a tackle for loss as we're going to be sending heavy pressure on this play. Throwing it up. It's going to be knocked away by Asante Samuel, targeting Christian Kirk. We're lucky it somehow didn't get caught anyways, as now it's 3rd and 8. We will pass commit in a zone coverage 3rd and 8. Looking out over the middle. It's caught by Dalton Schultz. Unable to try and get a hand up to swat it away. As now the Texans are moving across midfield. Sending a heavy blitz here once again. 1st and 10. It's going to be a check down to Tank Dell. We're going to bring him down after a gain of 4. Time is starting to dwindle away here on this 3rd quarter. We will pass commit 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will end this 3rd quarter. We currently trail by 2 points, or we currently lead by 2 points with 10 minutes remaining. 2nd and 6. 2 backs in on this formation, one being the fullback. Max Crosby coming after CJ Stroud. He's forced to throw it away. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now from the 37-yard line. So just barely in field goal range. A sack will surely take them out of it as Dalton Schultz comes in motion. The play action pass, getting it to Nico Collins. He's got space to run with. Finally being brought down by Michael Walls. It's down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. Trying to cover a bunch of receivers all at once. It's going to be a check down to Tank Dell. He's going to get only 1 yard gain out of it. Eric Stokes on the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 5. An empty box. Almost up the middle. As it's going to be a pass play. Going to Nico, and he's unable to catch it. Andy Carter was the one that laid the hit to make sure the ball was not caught. That was a matchup that they would have liked to have exploited there on 2nd and goal. Moving out of the backfield is Joe Mixon. As it's going to be checked down to the young tight end Cannon, and he's diving into the end zone. They will retake the lead. As pending this extra point, it will be 31-26. Kaimi Fairbairn to send it away. It will be returnable for KAVONTE Turpin, as he's going to get it out just shy of the 30-yard line to the 28. And we got 8 minutes and 39 seconds to play with. We're currently down 5. Taysom Hill comes back under center. We're going to run it with Genty. He's going to get a gain of 4. Not the best day on the ground for Ashton Genty. We've seen him do a lot more over the course of this season. 2nd and 6. Rolling out, we're going to check it down to OBJ. It's going to fall on a 3-yard gain. Not much going on that play. We're going to try and run this ball. 3rd and 3. Taysom Hill's going to pull it on the read option. He will slide down safely after the 1st down. Just shy of midfield, about 4 yards away, actually. So we're going to come back out into a similar pass play. 1st and 10. Taysom Hill looking deep over the field, trying to target Jack Betch, and it's just barely overthrown. We're going to hand it off to Ashton Genty, try and have him take it to at least midfield, make 3rd down more reasonable, and he's going to get barely nothing. 8 yards away from the 1st down. And now we're going to have the decision to try and get in 2 plays or not. 3rd and 8. The play action pass, and we're going to be sacked in the backfield. They sent pressure. Daniil Hunter is going to be the one that gets home. We're going to be punting it away with just over 5 minutes remaining. The punt is not a good one. Noel will fair catch it at the 27-yard line, and out comes CJ Stroud once more. 1st and 10 from the 27. Joe Mixon in the backfield. Coming in motion is the X-Factor tight end. Joe Mixon is going to be brought down in the backfield. It's a 2-yard loss. Max Crosby in on the hit. So Max Crosby's back into the zone. 2nd and 12. As it's going to be zipped into Tank Dell. He's going to get 11 yards out of it. As we've given up 31 points. One of the worst defenses in the league in terms of points allowed. We're going to run commit middle here on 3rd and 1. It's going to be a run up the middle. And Joe Mixon is going to have a walk-in touchdown as nobody could get to him. Asante Samuel will finally touch him in the end zone. A horrible job of run defense by this Raiders unit. Kaimi Fairbairn to send this one away. It will be returnable for Green. He's going to get a nice return out to the 36-yard line. 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in this game. 2 high safeties in on this play. 1st and 10, it's a play-action pass. Looking out over the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked off. The 3rd interception thrown, Jalen Petrie coming across the field to take that one away. And that has all but ended this game. As it's now a 12-point game, we need to get 2 stops and 2 touchdowns. As it's going to be a screen pass to Joe Mixon, who's going to get the 1st down and more out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. It's going to be a pass play, quick pass play, out to Dalton Schultz, using himself as a screener. Was Cannon. Did not allow us to get to Dalton Schultz to make a tackle. As we're going to try and run defense. As Joe Mixon has a monster hole up the middle again. 15 carries for 100 and, what was it, 25 yards? 1st and 10, we're going to run commit middle. As time is ticking away in this game. Coming in motion is Cannon. And there's going to be a flag for a delay a game. Delay a game on the offense. We will, of course, accept it. As that will take them out of field goal range for now. 1st and 15 from the 43-yard line. It's going to be a give to Joe Mixon, who's going to cut it back up midfield. He's got 132 yards on the day. The number 1 rush defense is getting absolutely destroyed as we have hit the 2-minute warning. We are going to run commit middle again on 2nd and 6. As I'm horrible, as they're going to have to get an injury timeout for one of their players. We just got saved an extra timeout. As it's going to be 3rd and 5 now. This could be a pass play. They are in field goal range. As it's going to be thrown up to Tank Dell, who they're saying he stepped out of bounds. It's going to be a booth review, and it's going to be a 1st down. That is a huge play, but they did step out of bounds, which stops the clock. 1st and 10. It's a give up to the outside. We're going to call a timeout. We're going to run commit middle again. 2nd and 8. The give to Joe Mixon. He's going nowhere. Tackle for loss. It's currently a 12-point game. If they kick a field goal here, which I expect they will, as here comes the give to the outside. We're going to use our final timeout. We now need to get a touchdown, an onside kick, another touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick this one off and away to try and make our hopes of winning a near 0. And it's up and good. To return the kicks back is KAVONTE, Turpin, and Green. It will be going to Green. No timeouts remaining in this game, as he's going to be brought down at the 24-yard line. Jack Betch, 3 catches, 109 yards on the day. As we're going to come out in one of our more desirable plays. It's 1st and 10. We're going to try and launch it deep to Jack Betch down the sideline, and he cannot hold on to it. 2nd and 10 coming. We're going deep to Lauderdale. Chucking it up is Taysom Hill. Turn around, Lauderdale. It's swatted away. Trying to target Stingley. Probably not the matchup we would like to exploit. It's now 3rd and 10. Trying to look. We're going to try and hit OBJ to the outside. He's got both feet in. He goes out of bounds. An injured player on the field. It's Daniil Hunter. No need for an injury timeout as Lauderdale did get out of bounds. As we're going to try and throw it up to him in the end zone. Lauderdale cannot come down with it. It's swatted away by Stingley. 2nd and 10. Looking out over the middle of the field. Taysom Hill will throw it away. It's 3rd and 10. Just over a minute remaining in this game. One of the fastest receivers on the team has checked into this play. We're going to be sending KAVONTE Turpin well deep. KAVONTE Turpin is left all alone. Touchdown, KAVONTE Turpin. We answer back quickly. And now to even decide if we need to try and kick the onside kick. We are going for 2. Looking over the middle. Taysom Hill is going to be sacked. Sacking Taysom Hill is the defensive tackle Lewis. And it doesn't matter. We would need 2 onside kicks. We're going to send this one away. And this game is over. Returnable down to the 25. And this game is a kneel away from being over. Probably should have onside, but I kind of hit the button before I realized what I was doing. And that will end this game. Ending this game 41-20 or 32. KAVONTE Turpin had 2 monster touchdowns in this game. 1 returning and 1 receiving. Our defense should just not play good enough against CJ Stroud, who get to play spoiler in this game. Ashton Jeanty, not the dominant games that we are used to on the day. Taysom Hill made a lot of mistakes, throwing into too many interceptions, and that monster touchdown by Joe Mixon was inexcusable. CJ Stroud, a near perfect passer rating, 300 yards passing, 80% completion, 4 touchdowns. Taysom Hill, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 51% completion. Running on the day, Jeanty only 63 yards. Joe Mixon, 133. Receiving, Jack Betch, 3 catches for 109. Tank Dell was huge. Dalton Schultz had 5 catches for 89 yards. OBJ had 52 yards. Nico Collins had 48 and a touchdown. KAVONTE Turpin had a catch for 45 and a touchdown. Christian Kirk, 2 catches for 35. Ashton Jeanty, 7 catches, led our team with 27. Gary Cannon, the young tight end. Lauderdale had 1 catch for 3. He also dropped a pass. And Michael Mayer, no catches. Defensively for us, we got no interceptions. We got 2 sacks. Nolan Smith, Max Crosby, and Jordan Davis all had sacks. Nolan Smith had a safety. Nolan Smith led the way in tackles for loss. Michael Walls, Trent Simpson, Julian Love, and Eric Stokes were all tied with 7 with total tackles. And they all had the same amount of solo and assisted. Safety for Nolan Smith. And looking at their defense, passes defended Stingley, Lassiter, CJ Gardner, and Henry all had passes defended. Petrie had an interception. Fuller had an interception. Gardner Johnson had an interception. 2 total sacks. Dylan Horton, Tim Steele, Jimmy Long, and Will Anderson all had sacks. Unsure of why they didn't give 99 a sack, because he did have one. Daniel Hunter left the game with an injury. In the postgame, Ashton Jeanty will be getting up to a 90 overall power back, still a 94 overall So the one last upgrade slot is not here yet. I want to try and get up to a 95 overall power back as soon as possible so I can get that freight train unlocked. Nolan Smith is going to get an upgrade. He's up +3 in terms of morale. He's up to an 84 overall. +2 finesse moves. He's turning into an absolute beast in front of our very eyes. Then Jackson Powers Johnson, one of the better young centers in the league. I'll give him +1 to agile. He's up to an 81 overall at center. Coming into the final week of the year, we are the 3 seed. We have dropped to that 3 seed. We will host the Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs. Rams are still in the playoffs. They are the 7 seed. Bengals are the 5 seed. A lot of teams that we've played are in the playoffs. We've had a very tough schedule on the season. And we have some players that need an upgrade. Upgradable players are Michael Walls. He will get an upgrade. We will upgrade him to a hybrid. He's an 81 overall safety now. Gets +4 to zone coverage, which is also huge. And then Bryce Alexander, the young fullback, will get him up to a 75 overall with a 70 overall utility fullback, the man out of Syracuse. But we are coming up to the home stretch. I believe we're going to be talking about the bye-week goal plan, which I don't believe I'm going to actually look at because that's just going to make the morale of this team go way down because we did not get Ashton Genty 12 catches a game. Boost like the overall thing. It's so stupid. But we will be back next time for the Cowboys to end our regular season and then look on to the playoffs. So thank you so much. I'm Andrew Carr, Carr Sports, and I'll see you next week.